the old countdown. Forget about it. We're running a little late, even though we were already here early. But busy weekend. How you doing, man?
Good. How
All
about
right.
you?
I'm doing all right. How was your busy weekend? I saw yesterday. I know you told us last week that you were going to the Jet game.
Yeah.
There's that crackling again. You got to stop moving. You gotta just freeze yourself.
Is it back?
No, now it stopped again.
It must be the table.
Yeah, and then I saw you added to your story that you were at the Met game too.
Yeah. So I have a Mets season ticket package, and that includes the full playoffs
You have Jets and Mets season tickets?
and Michigan football.
Jesus Christ, Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Phew.
Well,
All
this is the thing. So the Mets season ticket package, it's relatively cheap. It's 12 games. It's like $600, which
Okay.
is it's like $50 a game. Comes out to average. Now, then you get the opportunity to buy playoff tickets. So, and they go up. Like the wild card and division series is one price, then the league championship series and World Series are more. But so yeah, and then I got Jet season tickets last year, and then I bought Michigan season tickets this year, and that's actually a pretty cheap ticket too. And I've already made my money back on those, and I've only sold 4 games.
Yeah, you mentioned that
So I'm
last
actually
time.
going to make money.
That's
on
crazy.
this deal. Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then I do want to get out there like once or twice a year. This year it just didn't work out, but so like when Michigan plays Ohio State, those tickets go for like $350.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'll either be able to go for a lot cheaper, or if I can't go, I can sell them and make a shit ton of money. So,
Yep.
but anyway, so I went to the Met game 1 of the wild card series on Friday night. Then Saturday night I had my buddy's wedding, so I couldn't go to the game that night. And then they forced a game 3. So the next day, so my buddies who got married, he's who I have season tickets with.
Yeah.
So part of his little like after party experience for his wedding was he got in touch with one of the ticket reps from the Jets and got a like group sale of tickets, right? So like people who went to the wedding, we then went to the tailgate the next morning.
Yeah, that's wild. That's so cool.
So,
How many people? How many people was it?
It was probably like 25.
No shit, really?
Yeah. We got like a 6-foot sub and did it big,
That's awesome. Yeah.
So it's cool. So we go to the tailgate, then the Jet game, then the Mets forced a game 3, and their game started at 7. So after the game, my wife drives me to Miller's Ale House in Paramus. She drops me off there, and then one of my buddies coming down to go to the Met game that I have season tickets with, for the Mets, he picked me up in Paramus, and my wife drove my truck home.
Wow.
So,
it's awesome.
Fortunately, the day had potential. Jets fucking won big, but Mets couldn't take care of business. Now the season's over. So
exactly.
But it was a cool day going to 2, games in 1. So
that's true. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sounds like a busy day. I know. I couldn't believe it because, like I said, I knew you were at the Jets game, but then I saw that. Then I saw you post a picture of you at friggin' at Citi Field too. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah.
What a weekend.
Yeah. So I was last night. I slept like a fucking baby.
I'll bet.
Because Friday night I worked, so I didn't get much sleep going into Saturday. Then the wedding, the after party, then getting up early to tailgate. Yeah, it was a lot. But I mean, it was obviously fun stuff. So
yeah, exactly. Now, exactly. The Jets won. How was that? Because I didn't watch anything about it. I just know they won.
Oh, it was awesome. So the Dolphins were starting their backup quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. He started because Tua is out. I don't know if you saw all that controversy a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's still out. So Bridgewater started.
That was a dude on the Jets?
Teddy Bridgewater.
On the Dolphins. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, he got hit hard, man. And now what? Because I was listening to something else where they were talking about it. Was he not fully cleared to play?
Yeah. Even? So this was the controversy, right? So they played 2 Sundays ago, right? And he took a shot where when he got up, he like wobbled, and then he kept walking. And he wobbled again, and one of his teammates actually had to like hold him up. So it looked like he was concussed, but I guess he passed all the tests, all the tests with the protocol and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes back in the game, and they end up winning, whatever. Then they have a short week because they're playing on Thursday Night Football, and that was last week. That's where the second hit comes in. Because
Yeah.
dude, he got thrown to the ground, but I'm telling you, man, I've seen harder hits, but
Yeah.
he immediately hits the ground and he's out cold. You
Yeah.
saw it because
And
his
he had to.
hands.
Yep.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is he wasn't, and a lot of people think this, he wasn't fully recovered from what was obviously a concussion like 4 days prior,
Yep.
and they fucking evaluated him. And dude, the thing is, it's tough because there's a lot of things on the line here, right? Like, you know, coaches' jobs are on the line. There's a lot of money invested in this.
Well,
So
and what did the Dolphins do? They fired their doctor.
they did, so afterwards, I guess they found like inconsistencies and mistakes in his evaluation, so they fired him. But
Yeah.
this is definitely not the first time in the history of football where they've looked the other way on a concussion or
Yeah, exactly. It's what
anything.
they do.
So then, after that happened, right before this weekend's games, they came out with new protocols for concussions. So it's obviously, it's a fallout from what happened. So now there's extra protocols put in. I guess there's like these they call them spotters. Like basically, I don't know if they're legit doctors or in the medical profession. I mean, they must be, right? Because their sole job is to watch players and see how
Yeah.
they react. And like when they see like a wobbly guy, like they come out. And now the protocol is even if you pass like the standard concussion test, if you showed some of these signs that I guess they now implemented, you're out for the game. So going back to Teddy Bridgewater, the Dolphins' backup quarterback, first offensive play of the game, he takes a hard hit from one of the Jets rookies,
Yeah.
and he comes out, and he was out. They ruled him out for the game because the new concussion protocols, and they even said he passed all the tests, but one of the other factors, I guess, he didn't check off. And if you
Yeah.
see the replay, he actually kind of gets up slow. So it's almost like now, like if you just get your bell wrong, right, and you're not even concussed, but it was just like a hard hit. If you're like a little wobbly or you don't get up right away, like they might rule you out of the game now.
Yeah. I mean, there's different levels to concussions. Because you can get hit
Yeah, of
hard,
course. Right.
and that's it. But yeah, but then when you get hit hard like that, something that sticks with you that long,
Yeah.
like man, that's wild.
And
But I guess too,
it's
how
always
many?
like a controversial thing. And then I think part of the fallout too this weekend, and it just happened now too. I don't know if you saw it yesterday.
No.
It wasn't as big as a story, but the Falcons were playing the Buccaneers, and at a crucial part at the end of the game, one of the Falcons' defensive tackles, Grady Jarrett, sacks Tom Brady. Dude, it's the softest fucking tackle, bro.
And
Like,
it was a
literally,
flag.
he wrapped
I
him up
saw
and, like, spun to the ground and, like, gently laid him down, and they called roughing the passer. And
I
then
saw people
just
talking about that on Twitter. They
oh,
were like,
dude,
"So are you just not allowed to tackle Tom Brady? Is that how it
but
goes?"
what are you supposed to do there? And then just now, Raiders are playing Chiefs on Monday Night Football. Right before halftime, the Chiefs have a huge defensive play. They sack Derek Carr. They strip sack, fumbled him, but they called a fucking roughing the passer because the
Oh,
defensive lineman like fell on him with his full body weight. But it's like, what do you want this 300-pound lineman who's running full speed to do? You wrap
yeah.
him up and he's falling to the ground. What do you want him to disappear to thin air so he doesn't fucking land on a guy?
Yeah, like I get being protecting it because from what I've seen, that rule has gotten out of control.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's been so ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. Because like I get it, you wanna be safe,
Yeah.
but man, that now that you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You can't even go near them. Like
Right.
how are you supposed to sack them?
It is what it is, man. Like you want to like have some rules with player safety, but you can't go over the top because like football is a violent game. Like that's what it is. Like, and these guys all know the risks. They're paid handsomely for it. It's not like they're making fucking minimum wage, put
Yeah.
their life on the line here. I always say like I'll take a full fucking overhand right from Mike Tyson for fucking $2 million. You know?
Have you ever had a concussion?
Yeah, I had one in high school.
Did you?
Yeah, playing football at Bosco.
Oh wow, that's a fucking
Yeah,
100 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah, I got two in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them was actually on YouTube where I had a chair thrown at my face,
Nice.
and I put my hands up this way, and the chair came in this way.
Yeah.
I remember getting hit and hitting the ground and going
And
like
see
my
you.
my teeth were like, ah.
Yeah, you do the risks, and you got paid handsomely for it. So.
Yeah, sure I did. I
Well,
made
no,
all of
but you
I made
still
all
do
of
the risk.
nothing that night. But again, that's what I'm saying about like different levels because like both of them. So like the chair shot one, I think was the first one, and I finished the whole match. This was 5 minutes into a 20-minute match,
Right.
and then we went out to dinner, and I was fucked up. I threw up in the parking lot, and then I
Yeah.
just kind of rested, and then I went home, and that was it. But then I was like, okay, like the next, like after, I started to stay awake because you said back then you weren't supposed to fall asleep if you had one.
Yeah.
So then I stayed awake, and then I went home and slept. And by the next morning, like I was fine. The next time I had one was just like during something normal, like we were at practice, and the place was so hot, and a guy gave me a headlock takeover, and I'd slipped out of his head a little bit. So instead of flipping my body over, my head just went right into the canvas.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like shaken up, and I like again like a headache and just feel weird. And it was like, all right, bro, that's it for me tonight. Now the match is over. I'm done. Thankfully, it was just practice. Like
Yeah.
but the other match, like you're just going with the adrenaline, you don't even notice. So then I drove home about an hour, and then I threw up in my driveway, and then I went in and like I was still living at home. So my mom was like on the phone with her friend who's a nurse. And like, no, that's okay. He can fall asleep now. I was like, oh, I can. I'm allowed to fall asleep. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I went right out, and then I was fine. But yeah,
Yeah.
but like you just know, like from that little bit. But then you think too, like, I mean, because I don't know any long-term effects. Thankfully, I'm fucking. I mean, I stutter a lot sometimes. I don't know. I always think
No,
like, is
I'm
that?
sure you're fine.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
always think that like, is that something that maybe caused it? Like,
But
what
I
is
mean,
there any? Are there any long-term damages that it may
yeah.
have caused?
I mean, obviously these NFL players, have had long-term things, but
Yeah, it
again,
happens.
that's the risk. These guys blow out knees and shoulders, fuck up their backs, and
Yeah,
you know, but
and I'm doing it every week.
yeah.
That's the fucking rough part about
But
it.
but this is where like the delicate balance is. Like, yeah, you're trying to protect the players, but like now, like big plays, like you're sacking a QB at a crucial part of the game, and you're getting called for roughing the passer when it's like, dude, the guy couldn't have done anything else. Like,
Yeah, and that's where you got to worry about. Like, okay, am I gonna get penalized for this, or
exactly.
do I gotta just do I gotta? I don't know.
So
I,
now the
I
integrity of the game is being compromised.
Yeah, I mean, being compromised for safety.
Well,
What can
right,
what can you do?
but yeah, but the Tom Brady tackle couldn't have been less violent.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you gotta, yeah, safety's important, but you also have to let them play. Like that defensive lineman's job is to sack the quarterback. He did it in a very safe manner. Brady was not at risk one bit, and you called the flags. You're just being cautious. You can't do that. And
yeah,
again, you know, sports gambling is legal now in a lot of states, and the NFL owns it. Like, dude, they're like official partners with DraftKings and FanDuel. Like, dude, you're costing people a lot of fucking money
yeah.
for a play that everyone that watches it agrees it was not dirty. It was not a penalty.
That's what. Yeah, I saw
You know
people
what I mean?
tweeting
So
about it.
that's
That's the
where
only way
it's
I knew.
like I get what you're saying, like, oh, it's for the player safety, but it's like, well, dude, how else is he supposed to fucking take the quarterback down?
Yeah,
Again, there's some egregious ones, like helmet to helmet. It's like, all right, that's clear as day. Or he got rid of the ball and it was a late hit, obviously. But dude, I mean, roughing the pet, like if the guy's holding on to the fucking ball, like you got to take him down.
yeah,
Because now if you go around, you pussyfoot, you don't really wrap him up and start bringing him down. What if he throws it while he's still in the grasp and now it's a first down? I don't know. It's a mess.
I hear you. I mean, I don't know. Again, what do you do? Okay, now it's like MMA is kind of the same deal. I mean, but you have different referees at that point. Some guys call the fights way too early because they want to
Yeah,
avoid somebody getting hurt. The other ones let it go too far.
right.
So they have that constant worry too, and that's the thing because you got different, refs across the board, across the country that play in, ref different games. So you wonder, are they just trying to be extra careful? Because if you let one person get away with it one way, you can't let somebody else get away with it a different way.
Yeah,
You got to be the same across the board. And I think that's probably the problem they run into is you're gonna have some refs that are a lot more lenient on it than others, and others are just trying to be extra careful. and then that's what's going to happen now.
Oh yeah, no, and I get where they're coming from. And again, this Tom Brady roughing the passer yesterday, that's, it's literally a week after the whole thing that happened with Tua. So
Yeah.
clearly there's a heightened awareness to protect the quarterbacks, which I get, but
So you said you just saw it tonight too, right? So you think it's going to be a regular thing now? Is the
Oh, dude,
extra
right at
cautiousness?
Troy Aikman. So Troy Aikman and Joe Buck are calling the game. Troy Aikman even said, like, you got to stop. You got to take the dresses off these guys, which was funny. And then at halftime, another retired player was like, "This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, the guy, what is he supposed to do?" It's
Yeah.
just, yeah. So, they had the NFL has a competition committee. They're gonna have to review it and be like, "Hey, look, guys, like, this is what we're looking for. Like, you can't just call a roughing just if it's like a little extra hard of a hit. Like, these guys have a job to do. It's to take the quarterback down. Like, you
Yeah.
gotta let them do their job. Yes, if they do something egregious, by all means, throw the flag. But like again, if you're headhunting or something, but these guys aren't.
Yeah, that's why I know I didn't see the play, so I don't know exactly how it looked.
Yeah.
I just know from like I said, from people tweeting about it.
Oh, I'll send it to you. It's fucking outrageous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I'll send it to you so we can get a live reaction here.
yeah. Oh, okay, you want to send it to me right now? Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's terrible.
Yeah, like I said, I saw somebody just tweet about it, and they were like, "So you're just not allowed to tackle Tom Brady now?"
Yeah, basically.
Yep. What do you think too? After all this time, what do you think about? Did you see that meme about Brady getting divorced?
Yeah. Well, which one? There's been a lot.
The one I'm talking about is the one with, he's getting divorced. Gisele's leaving Tom Brady because he has a job.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that one.
Is that the deal too now? Like because she wanted him to stop playing, and he went back to work, right? And now he's
So this is the thing with that, man. No one knows for sure, right? I mean, we all see what we see, and we make conclusions off of that. We have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. Now it looks very obvious, right? Like he retired, then he came back, and it probably pissed her off. So we can all assume that's why, but I mean, I don't know.
But who knows? Yeah, because that's like such a thing, right? The the greatest quarterback in history against married to the number one supermodel. It's a tale as old as time.
Oh, yeah.
And then he got retired. He was retired for about a week, and then it was like, no, I got to get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I'm sure I would think that caused some friction.
Do they have kids?
They do.
Oh,
so he has a son with was it Bridget Moynihan, I think?
that sounds like a name.
Yeah.
Maybe. But oh yeah?
It's a Moynihan. I don't know if it's Bridget or not. I forget. But yeah, he had a kid with her. And then with Giselle, he's got 2 kids. So he has 3 total, but 2 with Giselle.
Okay. I wonder, you know what, if I can, for the YouTube crowd, I can probably share my screen and we can watch it together.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah. Because that's fun. I know. I see you sent it to me, and we'll see. It's still so crazy that he fucking plays. Let's see. What do you think I would look for? Tom Brady. Right away, it comes up. Tom Brady roughing the passer.
Oh, dude, yeah. It was trending on Twitter yesterday. It was bad.
Yeah, awful. Chris Long on Grady. Let's see the clip. Grady Jarrett gets called for arresting the passer on normal sack. All right, so let's share the screen here, and we'll watch this one together.
Let's do it.
Yeah, this is a cool little feature we took advantage of last week. Look, watching Indeed, because you can actually share like specific Chrome tabs, which is awesome. Now we're like Joe Rogan over here.
Yeah, fancy stuff.
So here we go. Grady Jarrett gets called for roughing the passer on normal sack. I wonder if it plays the sound too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, after this word from State Farm.
Fucking YouTube.
Can you hear it?
State Farm personal.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh, okay. It's fucking Mike Myers, man. Look at all that work he has done.
Yeah, jeez.
Did he get all that work done? Let's
There
see.
we go. You ready?
Here we go. Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
rolled down to the floor.
It was around the waist. It was. Forget about it.
It's a joke.
Well, I wonder if Brady was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck penalty was that?" Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Wow. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
right?
you can hear the crowd too. Like,
Yeah. You hear this?
yeah,
The announcer, I don't think he slammed him.
yep. Wow. Oh man,
Yeah,
are they
watch.
in?
They're
Are
probably
they?
going to show a slow-mo replay here.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Coach. I don't understand that one.
The Falcon coach was just like,
Look at
what the
this.
fuck?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be down onto the hips.
Look, wraps him around his waist
Yeah.
and just whoop, brings him down.
Oh man.
Brady's head doesn't hit the ground,
Yep.
nothing. Like, what are we
It
doing?
couldn't have been more protected.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Look
such
at
bullshit.
this. Look.
Wow.
I just don't know how you call that. That is not in the spirit of
Oh
the
my
rule.
God.
That's
Yeah, you hear the announcer? That's not in the spirit of the rule.
Yeah.
Look,
Yep.
his head doesn't even touch the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus. Like, so my question is, what is the defensive line supposed to do right there? What do
I
you
don't know.
want him to do?
Well, see, why is the Falcons coach pissed off? Or like, what the
Because
fuck?
it was a penalty on the Falcons.
Oh, that's right. Duh. Yep,
Yeah, Brady's
duh.
on the
That's
Bucks.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. See, I knew that. I did. I really did. But yeah, that's
I'm trying to look for the one from tonight too.
that's what I want to see. Yeah.
Oh,
You could probably share your screen, right?
Maybe. I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
fancy enough to do that.
Yeah,
Where
that's
is this shit?
that's pretty wild, man. That's gotten out of control.
Oh, it's nuts. Let's see.
Who'd have what?
What?
I don't know. What somebody commented. I don't even know what they're talking about. Yeah.
I can't find it. The hell with it.
All right. Well, tonight was the same deal, right?
Yeah.
That's that's I don't know.
So
I don't know, man. Safety first with these guys. And now, because I mean, I guess they're gonna have to have a talk about probably after this week.
yeah, I mean,
Oh, so Tracy commented, "She looks like a bitch. I'd go back to work too." Talking about Giselle. I don't think she's. I mean, I don't know. I mean, she's a supermodel, but I don't think she don't really do it for me.
well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. She's got that typical like 90s, early 2000s supermodel look, you know.
Yeah.
She doesn't really have many curves. She's obviously very thin and in shape, and I think her face is beautiful. But
yeah.
No butt, no boobs, you know.
Just nothing going on there.
Yeah.
Did you see? Have you seen Ted 2?
Yeah, of course.
Where they try to steal Brady's jizz to make a baby for.
Yeah, those movies are funny. Great.
Yeah, the first one, the first one did not live up to expectations for me.
You didn't think so? I love
it. I mean, it was funny, but to me, I'm echoing. I can hear myself. And are your headphones even plugged in?
Bro, why is it always me?
I don't know, man.
Dude, I don't do anything different. I have a simple look. You're the one with the fucking arm and the fucking light.
Bro, my shit is plugged in to USB ports, and you know what? Because I do tons of research. I'm up on my shit here.
I literally have a fucking laptop with a fucking mic plugged into it and a headphone plugged in.
That's what I got. Except it's an arm to hold the microphone. Now I don't hear.
They're JBL fucking headphones. Yeah, I got the same mic as you. I don't know what you want me to do here.
See, let's see. Do I hear myself now? No, I don't hear myself now. So I don't know what you're doing. It's weird. You move. If you move, it just
I'm away from the table now. Like I'm not touching it. Like this isn't a me thing. It all sounds great on this side.
Well, that's what happens. That happened. Remember 2 weeks ago, I was using the other microphone. You're like, "Oh, I'm getting static," and I didn't hear it, and I had to unplug my thing and plug it in. These fucking, you know what it is? Because we buy like bargain shop and microphones and equipment. And that's what happens. Like the blue snowballs are a bargain, and they sound great. Yeah. But they don't work so great after a while.
Guess not. What's the next one we gotta buy? What's a good one?
There's another blue one that's out there. I forget what kind it is. I've been looking up like sound cards and stuff to plug in my other microphone to make it sound good. I don't know, because you could spend hundreds of dollars on it and find out. So this weekend too, that's another thing. So but anyway, Ted, the first one didn't live up to expectations for me. The trailer was so goddamn funny that the movie just did not live up to how good the trailer was. Ted 2, that everybody shits on, I loved and thought it was fucking hilarious.
I thought I thought they were both good, but
But this weekend, so I have this big inflatable screen. You haven't got
yeah.
to see it, right? You only saw like the regular one we stapled to the house, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have like a giant blow up inflatable one that my wife got on Amazon. It's awesome. It's a fucking movie screen. It looks great. The projector fills it up. It looks so cool. The problem is I can't get a speaker that you can hear. I bought a 25-foot long aux cable to go so the speaker could come out more. And I'm looking at speakers. I was Googling it today. Like, all right, what's the best outdoor speaker? Like $400 for a speaker. That's what I want.
Yeah,
That's what I
so
need.
I bought an JBL like 3 Extreme or something. It's a Bluetooth one.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. But yeah, it was like 350.
Yeah, that's insane. And that's what you got to get. I mean, you get what you pay for. That's how it goes.
Right.
But I don't know, man. Am I going to drop $300-$400 on a speaker? I can't fucking do that. It's
Well,
not
do you
worth it
want to
to me.
have fucking cool movie experience or not? What's it gonna be here?
And you know what? And that's the
Or
conundrum.
you could cheap out and then just bitch about it every time you watch a movie.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Because it was at a party for my wife's friend. So it was a bunch of kids. There was a bunch of 10-year-old kids there. And I blew up the screen and they all sit around a thing. And then we started up and they're like, I can't hear it. I can't
Yeah.
hear anything. And then we lost them. And then they got up and ran all over the place again.
See?
It's like, fuck. That sucks because like we even used like their sound bar. They had a sound bar we plugged in and cranked up the volume to 100. Still couldn't hear it. It was a bummer, but I know that's kind of like what it's
See,
gonna
now the
be.
next party you have after they watch this podcast, they're all gonna be like, "You cheap fuck, Mr. Spear."
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's funny too because you had some kids that were like loud and obnoxious, and then you had other kids that would come up and be like, "Hey man, you need a hand? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Can I help with anything?" I'm like, "Oh, thanks, dude." But no, I fucking got this piece of shit. Fucking yeah. So I know, but yeah, the same thing. It happens every time. I feel like I'm gonna have to save up and spring for a big ass speaker so
Well,
we
hey,
can
you know what I did?
fully have the experience.
It's funny. So my wife bought me a JBL like Charge 4. It's like the little one. Like it's perfect to bring with you to go golfing with it. You throw it in your golf cart. You
Yeah,
and your buddy can like listen to music. It does get pretty loud for a small thing. Like
yeah,
it's good. But when we would have parties, like outside with the pool and everything, like it was like it wasn't loud enough.
yeah,
So we had yeah, I think it might have been my son's birthday. I forget, but we had something going on early this summer, and it was like a couple days leading up, and I was like, man, I really want this the bigger JBL. So I went on Amazon, and it was like actually $50 cheaper than normal. I think it's normally 400, so it was 350. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy it because like we're having this party this weekend, and it'll be here in 2 days.
yeah.
I go to check out, and it gives me an option to like pay it off in like 4 monthly installments. I was like, hey, fuck yeah. So I
Yeah,
did
that's
that.
true.
So that was cool. Because think about it, right? Like, 350 is like, oh man, that sucks. But what if I told you just had to pay 70 4 times? It's like, spread out.
That don't sound so bad.
No. So it kind of helped. And it like
Yeah,
you didn't have to, it wasn't like a finance thing. It was like Amazon, just like, all they needed was a credit card. So it was good.
yeah. I mean that might have to be the move to spring for it because, like I said, it's such a bummer. Every time I want to play it and everybody sits around it and gets ready for the movie, and
Yeah.
then unless it's like completely quiet, which doesn't happen at parties, you
Right.
can't hear it for shit, and that's such a bummer.
Yeah. And
So I
dude,
know.
these JBL things they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, I
And
saw that.
and
That
it's
was one
great.
of them they mentioned.
Yeah, it's great just, obviously for that, but then, like, when you're just having a party earlier in the day before you even put the movie on, you got music going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's all kinds of outdoor surround sound. Now, the problem is too, I mean, the projector doesn't have any Bluetooth. If it had
uh,
Bluetooth, I could probably hook up a couple of speakers and it would be like the drive-in. But it's
so
only
what
got the
so
one.
the projector, what are you playing the movie off of, though?
I plug in a Fire Stick.
Into the projector?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I need like 4 outlets because I need one to blow up the thing, one for
Yeah,
the projector, one for the speaker, one for the Fire Stick.
yeah.
So it's a whole to do, but I mean, like I said, it's pretty awesome. And the thing blowing up, I mean, it blows up real simple. It's a huge ass movie screen. It's
Nice.
really cool, but yeah, the problem is just the goddamn sound. I gotta have to rectify it. I look for stuff like crazy because the same thing happened 2 years ago or something. We had a big party and again, we blow it up. Everybody tries to watch it, and it's like, all right, trying
Yeah.
to get all these kids and people at the party to calm down. When
Well,
we
I
went,
don't. Oh,
yeah,
yeah. I don't know if you saw. There's another. There's like a second Amazon Prime Day coming up here shortly.
yeah, I got a notification
Yeah.
about it because the Amazon affiliate program that we have. So when you see any items show up in our Facebook group, be sure to buy them and check them out. But I did
Well,
get
there
an
you
email
go.
about that.
You got that coming up. Maybe you can get a speaker then,
Well, I know discount on that. I
or
can't get
Black Friday.
I can't get the affiliate deal because you know what, you're right. I know that's what I need to look out for. You're right. Amazon Prime Day and Black Friday, that's what I need. That's
Yeah.
on the checklist this year is a fucking nice big ass outdoor speaker. That's that's usually $450 and now it's on sale for, $399.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to do that. So speaking of movies, did you watch the Violent Night trailer?
No, I didn't.
Oh, come on, bro. I even
know.
told you, watch this
Dude,
so we can talk about
when
it.
did you tell me to do that?
Like 2 days ago.
No, I think it was. Here, hold on. I think it was yesterday because I thumbs upped it, but
Let's see. It's all right. Maybe.
oh
all
yeah,
right,
watch
was,
the Violent.
all right, it was yesterday afternoon at
Dude,
like
that was
5:00.
5:05. That was my transition from MetLife Stadium to Citi Field. It was kind of tough to squeeze in a movie trailer there.
Ah, bummer.
Yeah.
So
Was it a scary Christmas movie?
it is. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna share the screen and we're gonna watch it again now. We're gonna do a
Yeah.
live deal of watching. Because I figured you'd want to check it out because you're such a big Christmas guy.
Yeah.
We established in the Christmas and COVID episode, which is our most popular episode.
Nice.
Not the Violent Femmes, Violent Night trailer. So David Harbour, who plays, what the hell's his name on Stranger Things?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
He plays Santa Claus.
Mm.
So go ahead. We'll do some commentary as we watch this too. John Leguizamo's in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So here we go.
You ain't driving, are you?
I steer a little, but the range of your muscle.
Make it full screen.
But I don't know if we could see it then.
Or full screen on that.
I started the whole damn thing.
All right, I'm at theater mode. There you go. Is that better?
Yeah.
There you go.
We decided that you could have one.
And you,
What is it?
That is a direct hotline to Santa Claus himself.
I can text you, Santa.
All right, travelers. Welcome to your worst Christmas ever.
Let's go.
Oh my God! Look how old he is.
yeah, he was at Comic-Con.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think he was signing autographs. 2 years ago, he actually had a comic he was promoting.
Oh.
That's what I want for Christmas.
So of course, he's not only bad Santa, he's like badass Santa.
Scooch up that chimney.
Oh.
I think the fucking trailer is awesome. To play this song too.
Yeah.
Santa, are you there?
Oh wait, so he's like a good guy.
Yeah.
Daddy said you were.
Oh sweet. Nice.
My name's Trudy, like so.
Stabs the guy in the face with the Christmas ornament.
Santa?
You're on my nice list. Santa Claus is coming to town. Time for some season's beatings.
So now he's beating the shit out of a bunch of guys with an axe,
Oh fuck yeah.
stabbing guys in the face.
Boss, what if you really hit the bill?
No such thing as Santa.
There. Fucking machine guns.
They're all on my naughty list. Naughty. That's naughty.
And what do you do to the naughty ones?
I give him a lump of coal.
Where is it?
I gotta watch.
I believe in you, Santa.
David Harbour, that's his name. David Harbour is Santa Claus.
Which one of you did that? Prancer? So,
Oh.
unprofessional.
Wow, that's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Right. I commented on somebody who posted that trailer. I said, I hope this is the greatest movie ever.
Yeah. I think that's a good one for me and the kids to watch on
Yeah.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I want to check it out, but the kids aren't gonna. I'm not gonna let the kids watch that one
No.
because it is a little too violent. But yeah, that it looks funny as hell. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
And because I was wondering what you'd feel about that. But yeah, I mean, I guess like yeah,
Well,
of course, why not?
Judging by just the picture of the trailer, I was like, oh, here we go. It's gonna be like a fucking, mean Santa Claus or something. But
Well, that's I think Silent Night, Deadly Night is the horror movie where there's like a guy dressed as Santa Claus. But then yeah, now you have Violent Night, which is just Santa saving the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I know you're a big advocate for, the Santa Claus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Has there been a trailer? I think actually the trailer came out for the TV show. Did you watch it?
I feel like I saw something on it.
I don't think I watched it yet. Let's see. Pick them up.
This is going to be a review of videos.
Yeah, why not? I'm trying to keep the audio going for anybody who listens to the actual podcast. But let's see. Santa Claus. All right. TV show. TV series, TV show trailer. Official trailer. No, it's 2020. Yeah. See, so let's watch this because I haven't watched this yet either. So let's see.
Grab my head. Wait, are you sweating?
Not this with the CGI
fucking
Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, if we get 1,000 subscribers, we can start making money.
Yeah.
So there you go. Tell your friends.
Santa has an announcement to make.
For the good of Christmas, for the good of my family, I, Santa Claus, have decided to retire.
Knew that was coming.
We have a Grease Council, right? You're interviewing to become Santa Claus.
Yes. Can't wait to rub this in Brady's face.
That was Peyton Manning.
Ho, ho.
Okay, here we go. Omaha! Omaha! You see that? I called a little audible there.
Anyhow, thanks so much.
I sing, by the way.
No, Brady can sing. That's me.
Oof.
Bernard
looks like he had some filler in them cheeks.
Yeah.
Mr. Universe from that was the trailer. God, that looks horrible.
I can't wait.
Really?
November 16th. I'm in.
See, I thought you were not a fan of it because they didn't they say everything they needed to say with the Santa Claus?
Well, of course, but I need to watch it,
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, those movies got progressively fucking terrible.
Yeah, they did.
But every time
Well,
they're on, I just stop and watch them.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this in the COVID episode, the Christmas and COVID episode. I liked the third one. The third one was not terrible. They definitely get a lot more wacky and science fiction-y as time goes on, but especially compared to the first one.
Yeah.
But it's funny because even like usually, okay, the first one has the best script and that's who they get. And then they just get worse as they get on. But yet somehow Tim Allen has signed on for every single one.
That's right. I mean, he is the Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus. I guess so. Yep. So more talk about fictional characters. Velma from Scooby-Doo is officially a lesbian.
What are you going to do?
Right?
It's 2022.
Exactly. People are losing their shit over it. It's like, come on. You know what it is? It's like, because Velma is such a popular cosplay thing and women dress like her.
Yeah.
And it's, it's a thing for dudes. Like that's the geeky girl that was on their side instead of Daphne. And now she's unobtainable. So everybody's pissed about that.
Yeah, but she's probably bi,
Yeah, it is 2022.
Well, that's how like the slutty girls that are going to dress up like her for Halloween are going to treat it.
That's probably. Yeah, it's not going to stop. It's not going to change anybody's mind or stop anybody from dressing like that or acting like that or anything.
Yeah.
What What the fuck else was I just gonna say? Yeah, Val was lesbian. What did you say before?
It's 2022.
It's funny. Ah, shit. There was another character that I thought of that I forgot. Damn it. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, the Violent Night trailer. That's the other thing I had. Yeah, exactly. Velma from Scooby Doo is a lesbian, but she's gonna be. Damn it. I had something else to bring up and I totally forgot.
Maybe it'll come to you.
Maybe. All right. So what do you want to do now? Do you want to do the Barstool's things nobody wants to hear about tournament?
Yeah, because that looks fucking funny.
Okay. All right. Do you want to do a tournament style or do you want to just cover like some things that people talk about? Like just cover it from the list and discuss each item.
Yeah, no, we'll break it down and we'll advance and we'll crown a champion.
All right. So you want to do the tournament style? All right. Yeah. So I'm going to do this on my little board here then.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this too well. Let's see. All right. So we're going to do dreams or old people ailments. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Like, when people are like, oh, wait till you get older. Like, oh, my back hurts or,
See, I don't feel like I go around telling people about my dreams.
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to get at. Because isn't dreams like the 1 seed?
Yeah, dreams is number 1.
See, I don't agree with that.
Right
the dreams should not be a 1 seed. Because, I don't know many people that talk about their dreams either.
Not at all. That's
now,
weird.
I do hear a lot of people like, oh, don't get old because then your back starts hurting or whatever. Or like, I'll be in the gym and I'll see like a guy, that, I routinely see, and he'll mention like an injury or something. Like, oh, yeah, I was deadlifting and this hurt. He's like, oh,
yeah, that I get.
Age. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. See, that doesn't bother me because, I do that shit now, especially having kids.
Yeah.
But, all right.
But
so
I definitely see what this might be an early upset, man, because I don't know. Like, no one's like spewing their dreams to me,
Yeah, not at all. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can move my shit around here so you can see the screen better. Here we go. All right, maybe that's better. All right. So to me, oh, there we go. To me, it's old people ailments.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure, right? Nobody's talking about dreams.
No.
Yeah, I don't need to fucking be telling people my dreams. So we've got old people. And then, all right, so second bracket, you've got crypto or stocks versus had to be there stories.
That's a pretty good one. I would say in this time, it's got to be crypto and stocks.
I agree.
Because, dude, guys, so when obviously the big, I don't know if it was because everyone was bored and there was nothing else to do, but when COVID first hit, the stock market thing, because obviously it went down, everyone was buying, and like crypto took off, and remember like Dogecoin, all that shit.
Yep.
There was a group of people at work who would not shut the fuck up about it.
Bro,
dude, they're watching CNBC. The guys are breaking down, and like, and then the best part, I hear them talking to each other, and like the one guy that had like a little bit more success in the last 2 weeks than the other, he starts fucking pontificating like he's the fucking expert here.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, you've been in the stocks for like fucking 20 minutes. Relax.
The same shit with NFTs, like, bro, and I was big into all that shit. Big into crypto, bro. I was big into NFTs.
Dude, what happened to NFTs? That shit just fell off the map, huh?
I took so many losses with NFTs, bro.
Well,
I still think there's some value for sure.
I just like,
but people aren't using them right.
None of it ever made sense to me. It just doesn't. It's like fictitious. Like the crypto, you could kind of sell me on because I could see like a digital currency becoming like a thing. Mm-hmm. But like the NFT is just like, bro, it's like the only reason you're saying it's worth this much is because like someone's willing to buy it. Like there's no backing to it. Like I can't even put it into words. It's just It's ridiculous. And
like, see, NFT is because like I use Gary Vee as an example because his shit is like he's got the most popular NFT pretty much. because his NFTs have what's called a utility, where if you buy one of his NFTs, it's not just a digital picture. You can do shit with it. Like you have one of his NFTs. There's one where you can go to dinner with him. There's one where you can go to fucking sit courtside at a Knicks game with him. So that's
Well, yeah,
that's why that's why they're worth so much money. They're like tickets almost.
right.
And there's restaurants in Manhattan that if you own this NFT, you have access to this restaurant.
Mm.
So if you want to sell that NFT because you don't want to go to that restaurant anymore, you sell it. Now somebody else has access to it.
Gotcha.
Also, a good thing about it with artwork, like OpenSea is one of the main like eBay for fucking NFTs.
Yeah.
So like if I created that NFT and I sell it to somebody, I sell it to somebody, whatever, and then if that person sells it to somebody else, I still get money because
Oh, really?
because I created that NFT. The creator gets 10% of every sale. So that's huge too. That helps with, artists and stuff. That's why NFTs are cool too. But
Gotcha.
yeah, exactly. Like had to be there stories, bro. I love telling stories about the past. I don't even give a shit if anybody wants to hear it. You know what? If it means something to somebody else to tell those stories, I'm down with that too. So I think crypto is definitely the next one.
Yeah, I agree. Oof. All this talk about crypto made me check my Coinbase.
Oh my God, don't even go near it.
Oh my God, Bitcoin's that low?
What's it even at?
It's at 19,000.
Wow. That's still a lot. I remember it
I
used to be
feel
like
the last
50.
time I looked at it, it was like 60.
Yeah, I remember having over $1,000 at one point in my like $1,200 in my like Coinbase wallet.
Yeah.
They have like 250 in there now.
Dude, at the height of the Ethereum boom, I had $3,500 in there. You know what I have right now? 785.
Yeah, when Ethereum was talking to be huge, and
But
then Solana came in, and everybody was selling Solana NFTs instead of Ethereum NFTs. Then it was all just fucked up.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, crypto and stocks, that one wins.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right. Travel stories or repeated stand-up bits?
Oh, for me, it's repeated stand-up bits because
Yeah, you don't like that?
well, you know what? I don't know, because like, you mean repeated, like you telling like a Bill Burr skit, right?
Yep.
I don't know. I guess sometimes they're good, but sometimes they're just annoying, and people just keep going with it. It's like, dude, you're not him. It's not as funny.
Yeah, I could
You
see
know?
that.
Because, like, to me, what makes Bill Burr funny is because he's a ranter, right?
Yeah.
Like, he is funny, but his rant is part of what makes him funny, and like, it's unique to him. You know, like
When
if
I
it was just
was
a funny joke, that'd be one thing, but
yeah,
it's the way he's ranting is what makes it funny. So
when I was into wrestling, Dane Cook was really
yeah,
popping off like crazy.
oh, yeah,
Bro, everybody was repeating Dane Cook bits.
yeah,
And it's funny, but like, yeah, like you don't want to hear it 10 times.
yeah.
You know,
What was the other one? Now that we've been bitching about this, I forgot.
travel stories. I feel like I don't even hear those enough.
Yeah, I don't hear them.
We don't
And
know anybody.
honestly, I don't even think they're that annoying. Like if someone was like, "Yeah, I went here," I'm like, "Oh, how was it?" And they
That's
start telling me
interesting.
about it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, cool.
All right. So definitely stand up bits.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we've got politics or online recipe stories.
Oof. I mean, yeah, what's the title of this tournament?
Things no one wants to hear about.
See, this is the thing about politics, which is funny. Like people say they don't want to hear about it or like they're not interested, but once you get going, people can't shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah. I
You know
want to say
what I mean?
I want to say we're blatantly stealing this from Barstool Sports because they're talking about it's their bracket. They talk about it on their podcast, but it's definitely fun for
So
us to talk about too.
I do think there is a population out there that does not want to hear about politics. They don't care about your opinion, but I think plenty of people do, and it's like a hot button topic. And like people, like, dude, I see plenty of people we went to high school with, like, always starting some shit up on Facebook, right, about a politic thing, and then you check back an hour later, there's 67 comments.
Yeah. See
Yeah.
that, but that's see, I know. Is it the thing nobody wants. It's definitely not the thing nobody wants to hear about, because people, even if you don't agree with them, people like want to hear about it so they can fucking fight with you about it.
Exactly. That's why it's tough to.
Yeah,
Like
because I don't want to hear about politics. We
right.
me and you go back and forth a little bit because we're
Yeah.
easy. We find our common ground.
Right.
But I don't want to hear about fucking politics like
Oh no,
crazy.
I agree. Like whenever I see this on Facebook, my go-to is like just fucking put pictures up of your dog, dude. Like shut
Yeah,
the fuck up.
yeah.
No one cares. And then like people double down. They start throwing around like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot, or this fuck
Oh,
Trump, what a fucking loser, blah blah, like whatever. And like that, and like just keep going and going. Like this guy's like worthless. Like never had any success in his life. It's like, dude, you fucking make like fucking $17 an hour.
people go for the throat, man.
I mean, Jesus Christ, Trump's got more money than you'll fucking see in 17 lifetimes. Like,
Yeah.
relax.
And then the other one, online recipe stories. Do you cook a lot? Do you use recipes online a lot?
No.
All right, I do, and that shit's annoying.
Oh,
When
is it?
you have to scroll down like through fucking 10 paragraphs before you get to the actual recipe. Like, I don't give a shit about what made you do this, but to me,
Oh,
politics is definitely more than that.
all right. Well, there you go.
All right, so politics. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So now we've got your kids or or DNA kit results.
Oof. I don't hear too many DNA kit results,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'd have to go with your kids, especially your kids. Definitely for people who don't have kids.
Yeah. Because
Like
I'm obviously
if you do have kids, it's a lot of things relate. So, like, I don't mind talking to other people with kids about their kids.
exactly like because
But,
I
like,
talk about
dude,
kids like
when I
crazy.
didn't have kids and I'd hear guys at work talk about 'em, I'm like, "Oh god, shut the fuck up. No one cares about your fucking kids."
I know, right? But I know, but that's the same thing now. Like, I like hearing people talk about their kids because when you talk
Right,
about your kids, you're like excited about it and you like it. But you talk
right.
to anybody else and they're like, I don't really want to give a fucking hear about your kids.
Yeah.
That's a Family Guy bit. You ever see that one where the guy he pulls out his wallet and he's just smacking the guy in the face with the picture of his
Oh,
kids?
no.
Yeah. So that, yeah, exactly. Same deal. DNA kit results, like I don't hear about that enough.
Yeah. It's gotta be kids.
Yeah. All right. All right. So uh next we have work or high school sports.
Ooh, that's kind of a good one. Um, so I could see high school sports getting really annoying if, like, the person just, like, they're the one who brings it up and, like, talks about it. Because 'Cause I've obviously been in this conversation plenty of times, but guys would be like, "Oh, hey, what did you play in high school?" And, like, how to turn out and blah, 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 and then lead on to, like, "Oh, I played in college," and, you
Yeah.
know
Because I feel like everybody talks about work.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't want to hear about it. Like if I want to bitch about work, you're gonna bitch about work. We're gonna talk about work. That's how it
Yeah,
goes.
I have been caught in some situations with, people who work, and they'll talk about work. I'm just like, "Oh my god, enough, man." So I don't know, maybe work for
It's
me,
but
because I
because you
don't
know
mind listening to someone tell me about, like, their high school sports career, but, like, d
about the
if
glory
they
days.
yeah, but if they work at a job where it's like, I just don't give a fuck, you know? Like, it's different. If you're talking about, like, the drama or, like, "This is fucked up, I went for this position," and they're, like, your friends because you care for them. But if, like, people actually get into the nitty-gritty about their job, and it's like they clean windows, you're like, "Okay."
So this is funny because in my circle, I don't deal with a lot of guys talking about their high school sports at
Right,
all. So that's not really a problem for me.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, so I don't care about it. Again, too. We always like talking about high school and the fun we had in high school. So
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't mind hearing about work either because I bitch about work plenty, but I guess yeah, I guess work's got to take that one.
Yeah, I would think so too.
All right. All right. So Next, we've got relationship problems or how someone is actually doing. See, this is like a little more on point because they're like one and the same.
Right. Well, there's always a joke. I don't know. You should follow. I don't know if you follow this on Instagram. It's called like Your New York, or like it's like YERR.NYC or something.
Never heard of it.
Dude, it's funny. It's basically memes about people, like how people in New York feel. And one of the jokes is like, how you doing isn't a question. It's just a
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it can mean a whole bunch of things.
In New York, how you doing isn't a question. It's a greeting,
Yeah. Yep.
And it's true. Like, hey, how you doing? Oh, it could be better. Like, I don't give a shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, real quick,
See, but see, to me, when I think of these things, I think of like if I just walked up to somebody and they started telling me about this shit I don't want to hear about.
Yeah.
Like relationship problems. I mean, if somebody's got I feel like if they want to bring these things up, it's obviously a big issue to them.
But also too, where we are in life, where we're at, if someone's having relationship problems, like it's probably pretty serious because they're either married or in a long. So like, like if if I was to call you, like, hey man, I gotta tell, like, you'd probably be like, oh wow, like he's been married for 10 years. Or 11 years. Let me hear what this is about.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, yeah, if
Like,
somebody has a relationship problem, it's a big deal.
Like if we go backwards, we rewind 15 years, and like we're dating here and there, and it's like third girlfriend in a year, and it's like you want to come to me about the problem. Like, dude, come on.
Yeah, and that's what I think this is for. This is for like late 20s singles guys.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, so relationship problems or how someone's actually doing. To me,
I don't know. Maybe like my wife jokes about it, and I get there too. Like, you ever like going to shop or something? Well, probably not you because you moved to fucking Jersey, but like I'll run into people like from high school, but like I'll see someone at high school in ShopRite who's like maybe a grade or two below me. Like we know each other, but there's that awkward like, fuck, I don't want them to see me because like I don't want to do this small talk thing.
Oh yeah,
we really don't have a lot in common, but we're both going to see each other. And we're both going to feel obligated that we have to say hello because like we've known each other for 20 years.
Yeah, the awkward middle ground of like we don't have anything to talk to each other about, but we have to talk to each other a little bit.
So I don't know. I feel like that kind of falls into like how someone's
actually doing. I think I agree with you too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do that too. All right, so that's how you doing, and then the final bracket is your fantasy football team or explanation of board game rules.
Oh, dude, I don't hear anyone talk about board game rules, but
that's true.
I will agree. There's tons of memes about this, dude. No one gives a fuck about your fantasy football team, and it's just true, man. Like around the draft, I'm cool with like talking to friends about how their draft went. But even after that, like guys will be like, "Oh, should I make this trade?" Or like, "Yeah, I got this guy in this round." It's like, dude, no one gives a fuck. The only fantasy football team anyone cares about is their own.
Yeah. After the draft, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I like to do this thing where like, so obviously in fantasy football, there's 12-team leagues are the popular one, but there's also 10-team leagues. But think the lesser teams that are in the league, the better your roster is going to be, right? Because you're now, there's less guys selecting from the pool of players.
Yeah.
So like I'll be interested to hear a guy's team. One of my favorite pastimes has been like, oh wait, this is a 10-team league, right? They're like, well, yeah. I'm like, yeah, because your team's too stacked. But after that, like, yeah, guys telling me like, oh yeah, on Sunday I was up by 5, but then this guy had fucking Tyreek Hill going. It's like, yeah, dude, I don't give a shit. Yeah.
See, this is funny because this falls in line with us a lot because, you obviously were listening and hearing about fantasy football teams. If I played more of them, it would be explanation of board game rules, but I don't do that. I'll go with fantasy team because obviously it's just more prominently around.
Yeah.
All right, so circling back around to the first bracket, we've got old people ailments versus crypto.
Oh, crypto!
I think
crypto is the heavy favorite right now to fucking win. Heavy favorite, dude.
Coming
Oh
from
my god.
somebody who's like into crypto and
Yeah.
NFTs and talks
Well,
about it,
dude,
crypto's
I
definitely a
was
heavy.
too. And I'm interested, but dude, especially these last 2 years. If we had this tournament 3 years ago, a crypto might have been eliminated already. But they're hot right now.
Crypto's a heavy
Crypto's on
favorite for
fire.
sure.
Yeah.
Crypto's a heavy favorite for
Oh,
sure.
big time.
People who don't know about crypto could not fucking care less
Oh my
about
god,
crypto.
dude. I'm telling you, man. I just this like 3-month time frame at work. I was walking in, CNBC going. It's like you guys are fucking killing me.
It's as soon as I said it, I'm like, oh man, crypto's fucking big in this tournament right now. All right, next we have stand up versus politics.
I mean, politics is definitely the more like hot button topic.
Yeah,
That gets the people
to
going.
me, it's
You know?
politics. I'd rather
Yeah.
laugh than fucking argue.
Yeah, no, you're right. Politics.
All right. All right. Kids or work? It's my
Oof.
fucking life, bro. That's all I talk
Yeah,
about. Kids
wow.
and work.
I would say for where I'm at in life, it's probably going to be work because
Yeah.
again, if I didn't have kids, kids would be the runaway. You know.
Yep. That's what I should feel like. I should ask my wife this question because that's all I fucking talk about is either kids or work.
Yeah.
So what is it? So
Like
yeah,
I don't know if have you gone away yet, even for like a night without the kids? Like have
Not
you
go-
and the wife?
not gone away. No.
So me and my wife we go away for our anniversary for like 2 days. We've been to Aruba for a couple days. Like
I know
nothing,
that's a whole
nothing.
other thing to talk about one day because like I don't do that, but I know you guys do that. I mean, and that's wild. Like to me, like going on a vacation without the kids. It's
Well, dude,
again
I'm
the way
not.
different people do different things.
It's not like one was for like my wife's birthday, you know, and then we go away for like our anniversary for like 2 nights. But dude, even when
No,
we
but
went
even
to
it's like a good thing just for you guys to get out. Like my wife
oh
and I
yeah,
even like
no, it's
going out to
great.
dinner, just the two of us.
Yeah.
And we're like, man, why don't we do this more often? It's
Well, you
nice
should
just
really
the two of us.
go. You should go away too, like just 2 days, you know, because it's
Yeah.
nice to be able to like just fucking, you know, do your thing with each other for a couple days, you know.
Yeah, exactly. We went out for a night and it was like, man, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
We should do this more often.
But what I'm getting at, dude, we found ourselves like at the airport, like talking, like you recognize other parents and they're not with their kids, and then
Right.
all we do is talk about our kids,
Yeah.
you know. So I would have to say work.
Yeah, I'm gonna say work too for sure. All right, and then you got so how someone is actually doing or your fantasy football team.
Oof, this is a good one.
See, again, I don't know anybody that plays fantasy football. So I mean, I think I did like 2 years ago. It was like the only time I did.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm not into it, so I don't hear about it too much. So it's
yeah.
not a big
Hearing
one for
about
me.
someone's fantasy football team does get annoying, but the whole like we talked about, I kind of feel the how you doing thing under the small talk thing, and
Yeah.
I'm really not interested in doing it with certain people, you know.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'll go with that because I can get that. I can
Alright.
hear that. That kind of goes to the same thing. That's like something that is only relevant to you, so no one
Yeah.
wants to hear about it. So
So what are we down to the final four here?
we're down to the final four.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure it's an easy one.
Yeah.
We've got crypto and politics is a battle.
Right. And here comes fucking John Wooden's like 1968 UCLA undefeated basketball team, a heavy favorite, crypto.
See, but again, you know what it really is? It depends who you're talking to. Because like I'd rather talk about crypto than politics.
Yeah.
But it
I
depends. Some
think
people that don't know shit about crypto, they want to talk about politics.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think everyone can relate to politics because everyone has beliefs and even if you're not into politics, you kind of are, but you just don't want to talk about the politics itself because like you either are for this or you're against it.
Yeah.
And like certain topics, you're going to be very passionate about it one way or the other too. So like realistically, everyone kind of has a political stance, if you will, you know.
And it's part of your life. Crypto, you could get through the day without dealing with it. Politics comes up all the time.
Right.
So I think, wait, you think it's still crypto?
Yeah, dude. I think like hearing people talk about it and
And then you've got kids versus your fantasy football team. A lot of these are very subjective because, like, if I'm
yeah.
talking to another parent, like, I don't mind hearing about your kids. You're probably going to hear about my kids, so
Yeah,
I don't mind hearing about your kids.
I'd have to say fantasy football wins
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
All right. So then this is a slaughter because obviously over between crypto and fantasy football.
Yeah, I think crypto wins it, but I think fantasy football puts up a good fight.
You think
Crypto,
so?
yeah, I think crypto wins by late field goal.
Yeah, I think to me again, because I don't fucking hear from anybody about their fantasy football team.
Yeah.
It's definitely crypto.
Look at
So
that.
that
Crypto
was
is
cool.
a champion.
Yeah, crypto's a champion, all right, by fucking far, if you ask me.
Yeah.
That's so funny. As soon as that first bracket came, I'm like, oof, man, crypto's got this shit in the bag.
Oh yeah. There's certain teams you just see in March Madness. They're like, oh man, they got the look. They got that championship pedigree. That's crypto.
See it again and again, because like I used to like talking about it. I tried turning you on to NFTs. There's another friend of ours who do day trades.
Yeah.
I tried turning him on to NFTs, and they're just like even as much as he's into stocks, he's still like, I don't give a shit about NFTs in the slightest.
Yeah, my one buddy, John, he was huge in NFTs where he was getting invited to like NFT parties in Manhattan.
Really?
Yeah, dude, he got invited to a party. He went on a yacht and he had
What?
he had his two biggest like NFTs that he owned,
Yeah.
which were like exclusive. Like people were like, oh, so like interested that he owned these. Oh shit. Big play in a Raider game. This guy, he had his NFTs like he got like a pair of shoes that were just like white blank canvas shoes.
Yeah.
And he had someone like draw his NFTs on them. He wore them to this party.
Really? Yeah. See,
Yeah,
that's how they're
It
cool.
was like an exclusive party. Like the only way you could get invited is if you owned one of these like groups of NFTs.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's where the money comes in.
Yeah.
Because that gives you a
dude,
utility.
his
That gives
two
you access.
NFTs he owned were like tens of like $20,000.
Does he own a Bored Ape?
It's like a not a Bored Ape, but it's in like that family.
Okay.
It's like someone branched off. Yeah, it's an ape. It's definitely an ape.
Okay, yeah.
But it's not a Bored Ape because I know those are because he's filled me in on it a little bit. Because we were actually going to take some of my Ethereum and buy some, but now it's just shit the bed. So
yeah, dude, I have so many. No, I don't have so many, but like I bought one. I even like talked to my wife about it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna spend this money on this NFT. I think it's gonna be a big one. All right, and we're gonna do this. They're like, okay, yeah, sure, okay. You think so? Sure, whatever. Let's do it. Whatever. It was called Skull Tunes. The guy Theodoro is the fucking artist. Worked, I think, for Pixar and blah, blah, blah. I worked my ass off in the Discord to get on the whitelist so I could buy one early.
Yeah.
I bought it for like fucking $400.
Right.
And then after it didn't do shit, they're like, we're releasing a new Skull Tunes. It's the Skull Tunes this kind. And everybody's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What the fuck are you doing releasing this new one when you're still working on this old one?
Yeah.
Like, you're just trying to fucking milk me for more money?
Of course.
And then now, of course, this one that I thought was going to be huge, this was going to be my one that I really fucking got in early on and it took off. Dude, I was watching YouTube videos of these fucking kids that are day trading NFTs like crazy. I was so into it. And this thing isn't worth fucking shit now.
Nope.
There's others that I bought like for little bits, like $35. I'm like, okay, man, not worth fucking jack shit. I think the only one I have now that's worth anything. Well, I do have some Marvel Comics NFTs.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll look at those. Let me talk about what we're talking about here. Let's see, what the fuck? What would we call this? NFT fucking nonsense. Because again, I think there's some room there for sure, but I don't know. And we'll see, you know. I think there's definitely because fucking Gary Vee has turned into. He actually has toys now and like plushies that he sells in Macy's based off of his NFT characters. Like he's like I said, it's like this is my Disney. This is my, this is my, just his intellectual property.
Yeah.
So I have a I bought this early on. There's this app called Vivi or Veve, whatever, Veve. The app is garbage. It sucks.
Okay.
So, but they sell NFTs of collectible items. Jesus. Okay, now I'm in. Okay, so like looking at what I have, they sell like digital statues, but they also sell comic books. So I actually was able to score. So one of them, so they're $6.99. Let's say the regular comics when they first come out, as soon as they drop, they're $6.99.
Yep.
They sell out in absolute fucking seconds now, where there's no way that this is real people buying this shit. I have 2 copies of Fantastic Four #1. So I bought it for $6.99. I sold it for $150. Not bad.
No.
I was able to get because they have commons and rares and ultra rares with all different covers and blah blah blah. So I have Amazing Fantasy 15, which is the first appearance of Spider-Man. I have an NFT. The comic itself sells for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I have an NFT of this, or the digital version of this. So I bought this for $6.99, and right now people are trying to sell it for roughly $500. It's actually not bad. I haven't looked at it in a while, so I see that I'm like, okay. But again, that's the buy it now. Somebody has an auction going where they're trying to sell it for 1.6 thousand, and nobody's bid on it.
Yeah.
So the other one I bought an ultra rare of Marvel Comics #1. That's the first Marvel comic ever. I bought an NFT of that. I bought it for $150. This was back when they were first coming out. They have this. The next one is the secret rare, which is let's see how much the secret rare of Amazing Fantasy 15 is going for, because there's only 5,000 copies of it. $10,000. Somebody's trying to sell it for this NFT. This digital fucking collectible. Somebody trying to sell it for that much. So I have 11 comics. I have a rare of Captain America #1 where Sam Wilson is Captain America. Yeah, ultra. I have Daredevil #1. What do I have? I have an uncommon of Daredevil. So there's common and uncommon. Let's see how much that's going for. But fucking get it to come up. Speaking of Daredevil, he showed up on She-Hulk on the latest episode last week, which was really good. Great episode. Yeah, see this one. $21 fucking dollars. So I'm trying to sell it for. Yeah. So there you go. That's that. So some of them aren't worth shit. So again, Marvel Comics #1. So they also do this is the first Marvel Comics NFT ever. I bought it for $150. There's 28 for sale right now. $250. Bro, this was a year ago, 2 years ago, probably, that I bought this.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit anymore.
No, not at all.
Yeah, which is a damn shame.
I think I own 2 NFTs. The New York Jets gave it away. For me going to a game, they gave me an NFT of my ticket.
Yeah. That's what I heard too. They do that. Your tickets will now be NFTs. That's how you have it.
And
that's
give
the thing. If there's no utility to it, it's just a piece of digital art. What the fuck am I going to do with this digital art? I can't hang it on my wall.
No.
So
stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there is an avenue for it, but I don't know. But it's so funny because I was trying to get you into it. I was trying to get another friend of ours into it. I was pitching them to my dad, pitching them to my wife. I can, these are worth money. People are these fucking college kids that are making thousands of dollars day trading these fucking things.
Yeah.
And now they're worth fucking peanuts. it's so crazy. I was so into it, bro. I was so deep into it.
Oh, I
Watching
know. I
videos
remember.
of how to do it and how to, what ones to look for and the rarity and all this other nonsense. Oh, you know what other ones I have? What I was talking before about there's Ethereum and Solana NFTs. I actually have Spawn NFTs. I don't know how much they're selling for. Probably fucking nothing. But Spawn NFTs with Todd McFarlane or something like that. Those were worth a little bit of something. Like you could buy it for 2 Solana, and then it was worth like 3 Solana.
Hmm.
And depending on how much Solana was worth, it's like an extra $30 for what you paid for it. So again, not much, but something. Ridiculousness. So the other thing I had in my notes was, let's see, let me go back to my show notes. Was I mentioned I actually did some research on this, but we'll probably won't even fucking talk about it at all. Did you watch the Mrs. Doubtfire thing I sent you?
I did. I watched. Well, it was like 15 minutes long, right?
Yeah.
I watched like 8 minutes, and then I think my kids were getting off the bus.
It's wild because so it's a video on YouTube. Maybe I'll tweet it out or put it on the Facebook group or something about the R-rated version of Mrs. Doubtfire. Because apparently the director disputed it, but somebody said that there's an NC-17 version of Mrs. Doubtfire. Because of all of Robin Williams riffing and the things he would say.
Yeah.
So that it got that, adult. So that video that I sent you is pretty wild because it shows tons of deleted scenes and clips and alternate takes on him doing stuff. It's so wild to see that stuff after so long. It's like, wow, this stuff was hidden from me for so long. I've seen this Doubtfire 20 times.
Yeah.
So seeing that is crazy. So I was looking up all kinds of movies that have alternate endings. Titanic. So here's ones you can find on YouTube. Titanic has an alternate ending. So I think the ending to Titanic is she just pulls the fucking jewel out of her shirt and drops it in the ocean. What the fuck was that?
What?
That big beep I heard at your house.
Oh, maybe it was a whistle from the TV.
Oh, okay. The alternate ending is she has the gem and everybody's freaking out. Everybody's there. Like, no, don't drove it over. She lets Bill Paxton hold it.
Right.
And then he looks at it, and then because the whole reason they're out there, they're searching the Titanic, they're going fucking crazy, is to look for this gem. This just shows how much these fucking movies. James Cameron did Terminator. Terminator's fucking amazing. Terminator 2 is incredible.
Yeah.
But yet he also did Titanic and Avatar, which are fucking hack job movies that are somehow the highest grossing movies of all time. Fucking bullshit. He does a great job at marketing. That's the only way that proves that. So the reason that this original ending is she pulls out the gem and she lets Bill Paxton hold it, and then he gives it back to her and she throws it back in the ocean.
Yeah.
So he's on this ship with this crew, all this money being spent, all this shit to find this jewel, to see that this lady has been holding on to it all this time. And then he doesn't take it. He gives it back to her so she can get rid of it.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Fuck out of here with that. Terminator 2, you actually, so that's right, there you go. Speaking of Terminator, you actually sent me this alternate ending too, didn't you?
I don't know. What is it?
Terminator 2, where Linda Hamilton is actually sitting watching John Connor play with his kid. Oh no, we watched, it was something different. It turned into a joke where the nuclear bomb went off and it was else.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But there's an alternate ending to Terminator 2, which if they did that, we wouldn't have gotten the 4 sequels that came after it, where she's old and she's watching John Connor play with his daughter at the park. But instead we've got 4 sequels of people still trying to kill John Connor, eventually succeeding killing John Connor, and all kinds of weird shit that happens from that. Have you ever seen Little Shop of Horrors?
No.
You'd never seen Little Shop of Horrors?
Nope.
Fuck, really? Do you know anything about Little Shop of Horrors?
I've heard of it, but
Jesus Christ. I really don't feel like that's something that would be in your wheelhouse anyway. But Little Shop of Horrors is a movie that stars Rick Moranis. But I think it was originally a play, originally a movie that starred Jack Nicholson in black and white. And it's about this guy who works in a plant shop, and this plant magically appears one night. And the plant grows bigger and bigger and bigger, and he finds that the plant needs like blood to live.
oh,
So he has to like start pricking his finger to feed it. And then the bigger it gets, he starts killing people to feed it to the plant because it gets so big. And I think at the end of
why is he so loyal to this plant?
because it brings a lot of money to the plant shop.
Oh, okay.
People start coming to the florist because this plant is unusual and the business is booming.
Gotcha.
So what happens is I think eventually he kills the plant somehow. I don't know. But in the alternate ending, which I think is the original ending from the play, the plant actually eats him. Seymour, Rick Moranis, the plant eats him, and then there's more plants, and these plants fucking take over the world. And the whole entire ending was filmed and everything. It's all on YouTube. You can see it. And the plants win in the end, which is crazy because the whole movie does not set up for something so dark.
Yeah.
That's what happens. The original Blade had a different ending. I remember seeing this ending on the DVD. Blade comes out of the tunnel at the end, and he sees some guy standing on a building in the distance, and like the movie ends with this guy standing there. And like that's it. That's the alternate ending. The original ending is that same deal. He just goes and it just, all right, the fight's still on and blah blah blah. This guy doesn't show up. What I just recently found out is that guy was supposed to be Morbius, who just they just made an MCU movie about Morbius, the living vampire. So it would have had, and Blade, they're gonna make a Blade movie. So this is fucking like 1992 or 1995. I don't know. With the original Blade movie, you would have had Blade versus Morbius in the second one.
Wow.
Instead, you got a completely different movie, and Blade 2 was fucking so awesome. But that was the build up back then. Here's one you'll know. Independence Day.
Yeah.
Alternate ending to Independence Day.
I didn't see that.
So the original ending is Randy Quaid flies his jet into the plane and saves the day. The alternate ending and storyline is that he tries to fly, but they don't let him because he's a mess. So, what instead happens is he takes his crop dusting plane and he straps a rocket to, again, this is all filmed and this is the original ending. You can see it on YouTube. He flies his crop dusting plane with a missile taped to the side of it into the plane and blows it up that way.
Nice.
So the video I saw shows that and then has like director commentary where they're like, yeah, this is funny, but like you've missed so much if we did this. Like his whole redemption arc where he's drinking coffee and his kids start loving him again because he's really trying to get himself back together. All of that shit goes out the window. Instead, they're like, you're drunk. We don't need you. And then he shows up like a mess at the end and fucking like ironically saves the day instead of deliberately saves the day in the first one or in the original ending. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
So it's funny, these two as well. So I'll start with the one probably the least likely. Have you ever seen the original Vacation?
Vacation?
Yeah, with Chevy Chase.
No.
I know, right? I've seen Vegas Vacation a shitload of times, Christmas Vacation 100 times.
Yeah.
I've probably never seen the original Vacation in its entirety.
Yeah, no, I never saw it either.
Anyway, so I guess they go to Wally World, and Wally World is closed in the original Vacation, so I know that. But the security guard, I think, still lets them in and lets them because they traveled so far. But in the alternate ending, Clark Griswold actually goes to like the owner's house and holds him hostage, and the cops come and all kinds of weird shit. So that's the original written ending. The Lion King, apparently closer to Hamlet, Scar actually kills Simba.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I don't know if he gets engulfed in flames too. I'm not up on my Shakespeare, but
Yeah,
I think but Scar kills Simba. That's how it originally goes.
that's not good.
Yeah. Return of the Jedi. Original ending is Luke puts on Vader's helmet and claims to be the new Darth Vader.
Huh?
I could I don't know. I don't see that ever being the case. But it was just too dark apparently, and that's why he didn't go with that.
Yeah, that would have been something.
Yeah, so I know. Same deal. It was you get that, you don't get anything in the future. That's how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was all I had for that. I did a little bit of research on that. I sent you the list. I thought maybe you'd do some research too, but no, it's all right. Cool. You couldn't even watch the fucking trailer for 2 minutes, but it made some good.
But we watched it.
Yeah, it made some good content as we watched it.
Yeah, there you go. So everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. So real quick. Okay, here's another thing real quick. So I went over to my parents' house on Saturday.
Yep.
And I go through their basement because my mom didn't throw out anything. I have all my toys. I have so many toys. So speaking of toys too, I've got here's Hasbro Dusty Roads. $50 maybe.
Yeah.
Here's Hasbro Macho King with the crown. I need to find the scepter. If I find the scepter, this is like $125.
Nice.
So I came across this.
Oh wow.
I don't know how the fuck I got this.
Huh.
Because WrestleMania 17 was in Houston.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I got this.
Yeah, it's weird.
This magazine, see the bag is open, but this magazine with the bag sealed has sold on eBay for $125.
Really?
Crazy, right?
That is crazy.
So maybe it's worth $100 because the bag's open. So look for that on eBay soon.
Huh.
Here's another one. I found some random box that had random shit in it. I found these. WWF Superstars playing cards. $175.
Wow.
Yeah, because they're actually in really good shape. I remember and bringing them. It's like I forgot all about these. I remember going through them. I'm like, holy shit! Yeah, look at all these guys. Jake the Snake and Hulk is the ace. Macho Man is the king. Right? I remember going through these. Like, holy shit! I forgot I completely had these. Yeah, dude.
Are you gonna sell them or not?
I am absolutely gonna sell them. So, what have you seen people grading like they grade comics? They grade cards, like trading cards.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep.
Now that there's people on eBay who have those cards graded and encapsulated to sell.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Fucking nuts. So much of that shit. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
So collectible wise, I went to Comic-Con on Friday. Comic-Con, you gotta come one time. I don't know. Really don't know what you'll see that you'll dig there other than because I took my dad last time I went 2 years ago.
Well, I think it's just the experience, you know?
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. So I went in 2019 and I took my dad and it was just like for him to check it out. Like that's all. He was like, this is cool. There's a lot to see here, but it's not something that he's like dying to go to again.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like that'd be the same deal with you. If you went, you'd see it. Again, you're into that stuff probably a little more than he is, but again, nothing that it's gonna blow your mind. Nothing you're super into that you're gonna see. But I knew. I even text my wife. Like as soon as I walked in, I text her because I wasn't gonna go. I mentioned this last week. I wasn't gonna go. My wife had bought me tickets. As soon as I walked in, I text her and I was like, "Thanks, baby. I really missed being here."
Yeah.
Because as soon as you walk in, you just feel it. So many people there, and it's so much fun. But usually, what I do, and I mentioned this too, I prep work for like a month.
Yep.
I do all my work, but now I was flying blind, so I was really like, "What do I do now that I'm here?" Really, just walk around and see things. So immediately, what I did was I went and saw some comic creators. I talked to them. I got a few guys autographs, talked to some guys about some stuff, like tried to like network, I mean, I tweeted out too, like I had a picture with, wearing my CWL comic shirt that I made and just really trying to branch out. But there was so many people like literally just trying to sell things. Usually Comic-Con, like you see all the news that comes out of Comic-Con. New York Comic-Con this year did not have that. There was not a lot of news that came out of this Comic-Con.
Yeah.
It was just so many people trying to sell you stuff. And now there is literally anything you want, you can buy. I got my daughter a magic wand, and there's like a nice looking magic wand that she broke this fucking same day.
Yeah.
But there's guys like picking up magic wands and they're like testing them. They're like bending their wrists, like, let's see this one. I put that down. Let me pick up the next one and wave my hand and try to flick it. Let's see, does that one have the right weight to it? Like they're testing out magic wands. I'm like, all right, come on, guys. Let's. I know it's part of the fun is getting into the magic, but let's not go too crazy here.
Yeah, that's a little wild.
Yeah, but like I feel like, I mean, I saw a lot of pictures that tell me differently, that the costumes weren't nuts. There was just a lot of guys selling stuff. I don't know, man. It didn't have the same feel. You know what there really was fucking anime out the ass.
Yeah, that's super popular.
Dude, there is this anime called One Piece. Apparently it's been around since like the late 90s.
Yeah.
And I just started hearing about it the past few years. Like, I like some anime. This whole convention was fucking anime.
Really?
There's a huge pirate ship blow up from One Piece at one booth. Walk a little bit, there's a huge fucking blow up of the other guy from One Piece. Like probably an eighth of the entire Comic-Con floor was dedicated to One Piece. This one specific anime. Crazy. This shit's so popular. It was just too much anime for my liking, and it was a bummer.
Yeah, I never got into that.
Some of it that I watched is really good, but it's so different, like it's how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was just too much anime and not enough people revealing things, not a lot of cool stuff going on. Like on the floor was like, I saw like the original Red Power Ranger. That's it. I met Mick Foley, which was cool, kind of cool. I feel like he was burnt out and he didn't give a shit about people. I mean, again, I'm not bad mouthing him ever because everybody knows he's the nicest guy ever, but I feel like he was kind of like, I don't need to see any of your shit anymore. Talk to me, take a picture and be nice to me. That's it.
Yeah, he's over it. Yeah.
He's so over it. Because like I told you, I wanted to give him a copy of my comic, but I didn't know how to like pitch it the right way. I didn't even say like, I want to give this to you. It was like, hey, can I get you, take the picture and have you holding this? And then, but I saw like he was putting one away that I actually have. So like some guy, like a few guys in front of me had just given him a comic too. Like, fuck. He's over it.
He's all comicked out now.
Exactly. And I always got to lug this shit back with him when he travels. And I've heard stories that guys hate doing that. Never give them a physical copy. Always digital send it because they don't fucking want to lug your shit around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I tried to make a little talk of myself that maybe this is the last year that I go to Comic-Con as a fan. And next year I try to have a table or something and try to sell some shit or do something. We'll see.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I was standing at one of the fucking anime booths that was playing a video of the new One Piece video game that was coming out. And there was a dude standing behind me and he was talking to his friend. So much of that shit too, man. I'm walking away. I don't know if you saw me tweet it out. I know some of our friends did. So our late friend Alan, me and him we went to every Comic-Con from 2018 to from 2008 to 2018, or 2017 when he passed away in 2018. And that was like seeing guys walking with their friends and like criticizing stuff and talking about stuff that they saw. And it's like, man, that just takes me back because that was us, bro. Everything, people's costumes, we just even like this. We were always on the same page about everything. It was like, oh man, I miss him so much thinking about that shit.
Yeah.
And then so I'm standing watching this booth, and there's a guy behind me because I always used to say this to Alan. The guy's standing behind me and he's talking to his friend. And he's like, bro, I want there to be a line of people like that, like for me. I want to be here and I want to be somebody that people need to see. And I turned around, I just fist bumped him. I said, fucking, amen to that. Good luck, brother. And I fucking walked away when I heard him saying it. Because that's exactly it, dude. I used to say to Alan, we'd go to a panel and I'd be like, man, that's one day we're going to be up there, bro. And I want to do that. I want to take my comic. I want to do like a wrestling and comics panel because there's the guy who runs Headlocked Comics who's big into wrestling and comics, and I could do like a panel with guys who create wrestling comics because now there's a genre of it.
Yeah.
There's this comic called The Crimson Cage. This other one that I forget. Hell is a what the fuck's it called? This is the one I just bought at my local comic store, and this is the one that Mick was putting away. Hell is a Squared Circle.
Huh.
Yeah, by Chris Kondo and Francesco Biangini from Aftershock Comics. Yeah, my local the comic shop I went to had this book, and I saw it. I'm like, oh, wrestling comic, I gotta buy it. And this was literally the book I saw Mick Foley putting away before I got to him and gave him mine. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. So, but that was cool again. Just being there. I got there about 11 o'clock, and I left probably about 4. I feel like I'd seen it all. I'd walked the floor a bunch of times. I didn't want to, spend a shitload more money. I didn't know of any exclusives to buy. I didn't look for much.
Was it mobbed or what?
It was mobbed, but not as bad as it used to be in previous years. So everything's broken into sections. So like downstairs, there's these 3 main warehouse looking, they call them queue halls.
Yeah.
So the one of them is where everybody lines up when you get there super early before you go in.
Right.
The other is where all the celebrities are. And then the other is where the comic creators are. They call it Artist Alley.
Okay.
And then you go upstairs and they have the main floor, which you've worked the Javits, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw a couple of state troopers there. I was going to ask him, like, if anybody knew him, but I wasn't going to do that. So then they have on the main floor, they have where all the booths are and all the games and all the other wacky shit going on. So the main floor was really not so crazy. You could get to things. I mean, Marvel wasn't doing a ton of crazy shit. There's no DC booth. There was no Image Comics booth. There was a lot of anime, but the only booth that gets fucking crazy now, which when you look at people and read comments and people's critiques, is Funko.
Yeah.
Every fucking toy vendor is selling Funko Pops. The Funko booth is fucking crazy. Funko has dominated this market like nobody's business.
I bet.
That's the craziest it gets. The rest of the floor was not bad. Artist Alley too, I'll say this, because I go there, for the comic creators. Usually I take a bunch of comics and I want to get them signed. There was a bunch of comic creators who were really popular creators who were like just there that you could walk up and talk to. Usually, even if a guy is not that popular, you have to like sit and wait for somebody to get done talking to him and then talk to him, whatever. A lot of guys were not mobbed. I mean, maybe it's bad for them. I hope they sold a lot of shit and made some money. But a lot of guys were just accessible. Like if I had known, I would have brought comics to get these guys to sign because I really could have just walked up to them and got them to sign it. And that would have been it. I could have chatted with them for a little bit and that was it. So Artist Alley was not mobbed. The con floor was really not mobbed. Again, it's Friday. Saturday, it gets a lot more crazy. But the celebrities, forget about it. Celebrities was bonkers. And honestly, the celebrities that I saw was like the voice cast from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Steve from Blue's Clues was there. And the lines for people to meet these guys were insane.
Yeah.
Insane. I heard the fire marshal was walking around like, yeah, we're going to have to break this up because this is too much.
Wow.
It's nuts. It was chaos. That's the craziest I saw was by the celebrities because there's people that go there just for that. And that's the thing too. Like I go and you could wait in lines all day. You could go from one thing to the next and just wait in lines all day to see shit. That's why it's like you really got to go more than one day. You got to go one day to wait in lines to check all the shit out. and then go another day to walk the floor and see everything that's there. But then you still don't see everything. I walked the fucking floor like 4 times, and then I see people because I'm in a Facebook group where people talk about it, and then I see people posting pictures of shit like I didn't see that. Where was that? You miss so much shit no matter how much you check it out. There's so much going on. But it's so cool to be there and experience, and there's so many people there, and so many people there that are just doing what they love. Like nobody's fucking mean. I mean, some people were rude. I had a few people cut me in line a few times here, like with no regard that I was standing right there, and that was pretty shitty. That's never happened before.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people like there's 100 fucking thousand people there. Obviously, you're gonna bump into somebody or step on somebody's foot, and it's still like, oh, I'm sorry, bro. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Like people are just there to have a good time and be nice and enjoy what they love. And that's why it's such a cool thing to go to too, because it's just positivity everywhere. People are there to have a good time and see, do things that they enjoy doing. And there's so many people there to do it. So it's cool. It's just a lot of fun, and I wish it was all the time. Yep.
Yeah, well, every year that's pretty good,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Next year we'll see how things go. But yeah, I hope to go again next year, but not as a fan. Maybe I can go to hawk some shit. Which I do have a little mini convention coming up where I'm actually going to be selling my stuff. It's in Lake Hiawatha, New Jersey. Right across the street from my wrestling school is a comic book store called Funny Books. A little up the street from that at the American Legion, he's having a little convention, which is like a celebration, he calls it, for his comic book store.
Oh, nice.
And he asked me to be a part of it. So I'll like have a little booth, or I'll have like a little half of a table to sell my comic, to sell my pins. And there's actually going to be a really famous comic creator there. Her name is Amanda Connor. She writes and draws the Harley Quinn comic, which is really popular right now.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and she's going to be there. Also, too, there's another guy be there. I forget his name, Brendan something. He wrote these books called, they're based off of Groot. There's Night Groot and First Day of Groot, like the first day of school.
Yeah.
And very cool artwork. Tons of little Easter eggs in it, of all the Avengers and stuff. I bought both of them. They're fucking great. And they actually, the creator of this, he's going to be there too. Like, oh man, that's awesome. I give him to sign it or something, because I love those books and I read them to my kids a bunch of times. So it's wild that he's going to be there too, especially for something that's like a small, little convention. So
yeah,
but that's something cool to just get out there more. And yeah, going there, bro, motivates the hell out of me to be like, bro, I got to make more comics, because there's dudes there that they spend so much money on their booth, on their comics. They have so many issues out and merchandise and little cars. They spend so much money just to advertise. And it's like, man, oh man, I fucking haven't spent shit on marketing. I use social media to market my shit, and these guys have spent so much and put so much more into their book. It looks so much flashier and all other kind of stuff. The artwork is crazy than I've done. It's like, man, I got a lot of fucking work to do.
Well, you're just beginning,
Yeah, that's why I know you don't know like how long, but that's the thing too. So like I'm just beginning, but I don't know how long these guys have been doing it. I've also never heard of them until I come to this convention, and there they are pushing their shit. Their shit looks like $1 million, like it's huge, but I've never heard of them, and maybe there's a lot of people never have heard of them, and this is just them trying to, pitch their shit. But they spent so much money and just to get heard of.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's some racket, man. You really got to work your ass off to try to again. And I talked about this last week. What a time to be alive. The cream rises to the top. So if your shit's good, just keep pushing it and get enough people talking about it, and that's how you debate.
That's how you debate.
Yep. I'm fucking tired, bro.
Me too. It was long.
It really was. I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that'll do it. We kind of ran out of things to talk about now. I'm pretty sure we talked about everything.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. tournament was a little fun. We'll try to do shit like that in the future because that was cool. I've been waiting for the time where I can use this dry erase board for something like that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, to put on screen, that was pretty perfect. I know. I hate jacking the idea straight from Barstool, but you know,
They'll be all right.
yeah, they'll be okay. I'm sure they won't mind because they're doing it on theirs, and I'm giving them all the credit too. So yeah. So, all right, you got anything to plug?
No, not this week, unfortunately.
All right, well, yeah, you can. You can see the little ticker running across the bottom. Go get some Mind Your Effing Business merchandise at tpublic.com/stores/spear-studios. There's CWL t-shirts. There's Mind Your Effing Business t-shirts. Go get a picture with Seth's face on it, or a t-shirt with Seth's face on it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, check my comic out on Etsy. Search Etsy for Pop Quiz Apparel. Get my comic, get some pins. You just heard about where I'll be. On October 22nd, I'll be in Lake Hiawatha, New Jersey. I don't have any podcasts coming up or interviews or anything like that. Just go buy our shit because StreamYard costs money. Oh, my goodness. And, yeah, I think that'll do it.
All right.
Alrighty, man.
Another one in the books.
All right. Yeah, it was a fun one.
Yeah.
I think it was the hardest I'd laughed on this podcast so far.
There you go.
Yeah. Alrighty, dude. You have yourself a good night, and we will chat again next week.
Sounds good, man.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening.
All right, bro.
Take care, man.
Later.
Later.